My name is Vicky. My parents passed away when I was 10 years old. I had an elder sister who was 18 years old at that time. Yes, I was 10 years younger than my sister. After my sister was born, my mother had given up hope that she could become a mother again. But my mother also wanted a son. She prayed a lot and got herself checked up by many doctors. Then God showed her the happiness of becoming a mother again after 10 years. And then I was born. My parents were very happy after my birth. We were from a middle-class family. When I was 5 years old, my parents decided that they will put me in a boarding school because my parents wanted their son to study and become a big businessman. While my sister was also studying, my parents did not have any special demands from my sister. They only wanted that, when her studies are completed, they will get her married in a good family and be free from their duty. Most of their dreams were related to their son. That is why they got me admitted in a boarding school away from themselves. I used to live in a hostel there, and my life passed like this. Then, I was 10 years old when I got the news of my parents' death. My uncle came to take me home from the hostel. As soon as I reached home, I saw that there was sound of crying all around. On one side, my mother's body was lying, and on the other side, my father's body and my sister was sitting near both of them and crying bitterly. As soon as my sister saw me, she called me to her and hugged me and started crying and said, "Look, Vicky, both of our parents have left us. Now how will I take care of you? I don't even know how I will fulfill my parents' dream. Mummy-Papa wanted you to study and become a successful businessman, but both of them left so soon. What will happen to both of us siblings?" Vicky, both of us siblings have become orphans. I also cried a lot looking at my sister, and I wiped her tears with my innocent hands. My parents' bodies were cremated. Actually, my parents died in a bike accident. My father was taking my mother to my maternal grandparents' house. My maternal grandparents' house was very far from our house. When my father was riding the bike with my mother on the highway, a car hit him from behind. My mother and father were in a very bad condition. They were taken to the hospital, and during treatment in the hospital, both of them died. Both of them left this world, leaving behind their children. After my mother and father died, all our relatives who had come to our house, after 2-3 days, they also left. Now, only me and my sister were left inside the house. My sister used to cry a lot, remembering my mother and father, and used to tell me that if you also go away, then how will I live in this big house? Without my mother and father, this house will make me feel their memories again and again. I said that I will not go anywhere leaving you. Then she started saying, No, you cannot do this. You know that you have to fulfill Mummy-Papa's dream, and this can only happen when you complete your studies. Right now, you are only in 3rd class. Right now, you have a lot to study, and I am also studying right now. Mummy never made me do any household work, but now, after she is gone, I will have to do all the household work. Whatever sacrifices I have to make to move my life forward, you will also have to make the same sacrifices. You don't know, Vicky. Both of our parents are no more, and now we are each other's support. Don't worry, what if Mom and Dad are no more? I will make you complete your studies, even if I have to work for it. After a few days, my sister forcibly sent me to a hostel. When my parents were alive, they had arranged my sister's marriage. My sister's marriage was fixed with my mother's friend's son. That boy was very good-looking, and my parents liked him a lot. This relationship was initiated by my mother's friend. She liked my sister a lot, and she was in high school. She had asked for my sister's hand in marriage for her son, and said that, "I like your daughter a lot. I want to make her the daughter-in-law of my house." My parents did not want to get my sister married so soon because she was still young and was still studying. But my mother's friend said that if you people feel that the marriage is happening so soon, then we should wait a little and then get married. Once your daughter's studies are over, we will get married. But until then, let's fix the marriage so that it does not happen that Nisha gets married somewhere else. Nisha was my sister's name. In this way, my parents fixed my sister's marriage, and the marriage was done after the talks were over. Earlier, the conditions of our house used to be very good. My mother's friend lived in a family who raised their son and daughter alone. She had a son, Vishal, and a daughter. When the younger daughter was 1 year old, her husband had passed away. Anju Auntie raised both her children by working. The conditions of her house were normal. While my father was employed at a good post, my mother used to tell Auntie that she had already started collecting jewelry for her daughter's marriage. When my parents were alive, Anju Auntie used to come to our house a lot, but after their death, she did not even look back at us. My sister's marriage was fixed, but when my parents died, I was not able to understand how my sister would get married. Anyway, I had returned to the hostel and got busy with my studies. All the expenses of my hostel were borne by my sister. Life was going on like this when I became an adult, and my sister was 30 years old. My studies were over, and I had to go to my home permanently. Because now I wanted to work, my sister had dedicated a long part of her life to my life. She had sacrificed her life for me to fulfill my parents' dream, and this was the reason why she did not even get married. All the jewelry that my mother had, my sister had gradually spent it on my education, because when my 1 month's fees were deposited, its amount was more than my sister's 1 month's salary, and in all this, she also had to make ends meet, so my sister's attention went to her jewelry. One by one, my sister sold all her jewelry for my education. When I came home after completing my studies, I saw that the house was locked. Actually, I used to talk to my sister on the phone. She used to tell me that she has got a job and she works from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And after that, I have to go again at 12 p.m. for the night shift. And I came at 1 a.m. because my train was very late, so by the time I reached home, it was 1 a.m. I understood that my sister must have gone to her duty. That is why the house was locked. I called my sister and told her, "I am home, please come home." Then she said, "Okay, I am coming. You stand at the door and wait for me for half an hour." She came back home by 2 o'clock in the night, and I was standing at the door waiting for her. My sister was happy to see me. She quickly opened the lock, and then both of us, brother and sister, went inside the house. I was very happy to see the house. Then I told her that my studies are over. Now from tomorrow, I have to look for a job. My sister was surprised to hear me and said, "Do you want to work here in this city?" I said, "Did you not like me coming here?" So she said, No, there is no such thing, but it will be better if you do not work here." I said, "Why? Why are you saying this?" So she said, "Because you will not get a job here. I want you to find a job somewhere in the city where you studied." I said, "What will happen if I work here?" So she said, "You will not get a good job here." I said, "Oh, my dear sister, there is no such thing. Even God can be found if you search for it. I will try. I have asked all my friends here to arrange a good job for me, while I have even received a call from one of my friends. He has said that he will meet me in the morning." My sister started getting upset after listening to me. I don't know why she was not very happy to see me coming here permanently, and whenever I used to come here, she used to say that you should come home only at night. I used to say, "I get late by the time I reach home, and you are also on duty." And my sister used to say that it does not matter. "You call me as soon as you reach." I don't know why my sister used to do night shift, while she used to be at work all day. Now that I had come here, I told her that now you do not need to do a job. Now I will do everything, and you stay at home and relax. You have done a lot of jobs. Now your brother has grown up, and now I have to get job experience after doing a job, and after that, I have to earn a lot of money and set up my own separate business. I want to fulfill my parents' dream, but my sister used to say that I cannot leave my job right now. I have been working for such a long time. If I suddenly leave my job, what will the people of the company say about me? That is why I want to leave my job after a few days. I agreed to this, but I told her that now I have to talk to Anju Auntie too. After all, when will she get married? Hearing my words, my sister's face suddenly turned pale. She started saying that the marriage will also happen. You do not worry about it. But I said, "It has been a long time since Anju Auntie has been postponing your marriage." Earlier, in front of Mom and Dad, she wanted that the marriage should happen today if it were tomorrow. But since Mom and Dad have died, they have not even mentioned your marriage, and then you have become so old in the process of completing my studies. But you do not worry, I will get you and Vishal married with great pomp and show. It had been a while since I had seen Vishal. I had seen him in my childhood when I was young, and when my sister and Vishal's relationship was confirmed in front of my parents. Anju Auntie had even got my sister and Vishal engaged, but now I don't know what had happened to her. She was not getting ready for marriage. And then, after the death of my parents, my sister had also postponed the date of marriage. She had told her mother-in-law that now the responsibility of her brother has come upon her. If she gets married, then who will take care of her brother? That is why she does not want to get married right now. Since then, Anju Auntie had found an excuse, and now she was not talking about marriage at all, and it had been a long time since she had come to our house. Now I had heard that she lives in another city. The next day I went for the interview, and seeing my ability, I got the job. I was very happy and thought that, first of all, I will tell this news to my sister, but as soon as I came home, she had already left for her job. I started waiting for 5 o'clock in the evening. When she came home, I talked to her and told her this news. My sister was very happy. Then after that, I cooked food in DP, and both of us, brother and sister, sat together and ate food. Then I went out with my friends. But when I went to my friends, a strange thing came in front of me. We were 3 friends. Whenever I used to come here, I definitely met those 3 friends. 2 of my friends were already waiting for me, and 1 had not come yet. He was called, and after a while, he came and asked my 2 friends, "Hey, where are you guys going to roam with him?" So I said we all will go together to eat Maggie from the famous daba of our city. On hearing my words, he made a face and said to the other 2 friends, "You know the truth about her. Still, you are going out with her." On hearing his words, both my friends' eyes were downcast. I was shocked. I said, "What truth?" Then both those boys said, "Vicky, he is saying the truth. We cannot go with you." I said, "What has happened to you guys?" Then my friend said, "You should go and ask your sister. We do not want to be friends with a boy whose sister is so spoiled. We are sons of respectable parents." Saying this, all 3 of them left from there, and I was standing there surprised and was thinking, why are these people talking like this about my sister? I could not understand anything, and I came home. As soon as I came home, my sister was getting ready to leave. I had noticed that whenever she used to go for her night duty, she used to go wearing nice clothes and with a lot of makeup. I was watching her very carefully. I knew that she was going for duty, but still I asked her, "Where are you going so late at night?" Then she started laughing and said, "You don't know that I do night duty. I'm just going there." I said, "But why do you need to get ready so much?" Then she started saying that you have to get ready and go. You know that I work in such a big company. Then I told her, "I don't want you to work. Now I have got a job. Now you don't need to work." Then she turned back and smiled and said, "I told you that I cannot leave the job immediately. I will first talk to the office, and only then will I leave the job." I asked, "When will you talk to me?" She said, "Don't worry. I will talk to the office boss very soon that I don't have to work anymore. Now my brother has become capable enough to handle everything." I was relieved after listening to her. She left the house, but I was very upset with my friends, that why were they saying bad things about my sister? Then I ignored everything and thought that I should sleep. I have to get up early in the morning and go to work. If I get late on the first day itself, then it will not be good, so I slept. Now from the very next day, I started going to my job. My job was going very well, but my neighborhood friend had ended friendship with me. Even if they met me while coming or going, they did not talk to me. Everything was going on as before. Then a girl came in my life. Her name was Sneha. I met Sneha in my office. She had just joined the new job, and I was also new there. We both became good friends. One day she told me that she used to live in this city earlier. Now she has shifted to another city with her mother, but her brother still works here. She told me that my brother has gone abroad for some days for his work, so she lives alone in her old house. Her mother is also not with her. She said that my brother's marriage has been arranged. My brother and Bobby have grown quite old, but still my mother does not want to get them married. My future Bobby's parents had died, so my mother does not want to get my brother married to that girl. But my brother is adamant that he wants to marry the same girl. But for the last 5 years, my brother has not insisted on his marriage, and he is quietly working here. Mummy calls him to come and live with us, but Bhaiya refuses and says that I am fine here. But since I have come here to work, I have not been able to meet my Bhaiya. Actually, there is no dearth of anything in our house. Bhaiya works here and sends good amount of money home, but I also wanted to do a job, which was my hobby. I want to fulfill my hobby, that is why I have come to this city. Then I also told Sneha about myself, that I also have an elder sister, and after Mummy-Papa's death, she worked hard and educated me and made me capable enough that now I'm able to stand on my own feet. My sister's story is also similar to your brother's. My sister's mother-in-law also does not want to get him married. I don't know what has happened to her. I think she is a very greedy woman. When she saw that the condition of our house is good, she immediately asked for my sister's hand from my parents. But now she has seen that both of us brother and sister work together, so she does not want to adopt my sister. Slowly, love started growing between Sneha and me. We both started loving each other. Many days passed like this. When one day suddenly Sneha called me and she said, "Vicky, my mother wants to get me married." I said, "Then you refuse the marriage? You say that you do not want to get married right now. Anyway, your mother should get her son married first." Then she said, "No, mother has clearly said that she will not get Bhaiya married to that girl. She wants to get me married soon so that I do not get old. Please talk to your sister." I said, "But I cannot marry you so soon because first I want to get my sister married. She sacrificed her whole life for me, so I want to see her house settled first." Sneha said that this way I will get married. You should talk to your sister and get your sister married as soon as possible. I will also talk to my mother about you. I said, "Okay, I will talk to you later." When I went home from office, my sister had also come home. I talked to her and told her that now you will have to leave this job and tell me where Anju auntie lives. I want to get you married. Hearing my words, suddenly she started looking at me in a surprised manner and said, "What has happened to you? Why do you want to get me married?" I said, "What do you mean? Why do I want to get married? Your mother and father had fixed your relation with their own hands, and anyway, your marriageable age has also passed. After all, when will you get married?" She said, "It will happen. But why are you in a hurry? And I have told you so many times that I will leave the job." I said, "I love a girl and want to marry her. Her mother is getting her married to someone else, but before my marriage, I want to see your house settled." My sister said, "So this is it. You introduce me to that girl and her mother. I will get you married to her myself. Don't worry about my marriage. I have lived without you before and will live without you now too." I said, "No. This way you will remain unmarried all your life. You make me talk to Anju auntie. Call her from your mobile." Sister said, "Here is my mobile. Take it and call her yourself." I took the mobile and dialed Anju auntie's number. Her number was getting switched off. I said the number is getting switched off. Then she said that she does not want to get her son married to me, so she has kept her number switched off for a long time, so that I cannot call her. And now you forget my marriage. I'm happy. I'm doing my job. I'm standing on my own feet, so I can easily manage my life, and I will also get married. You don't worry about it. And who is the girl? Show me her photo so that I can also see which girl my brother has liked. I was about to show Sneha's photo to my sister from my mobile, when suddenly my boss called, and I went out of the house to talk to him because I was not able to hear my boss's voice inside the house. I was still talking to my boss when some people from our neighborhood were staring at me. I was very surprised and went close to him and said, "What happened, Pai Sahab? You are staring at me." Then that man said, "Nothing. I'm just noticing that my brother is so decent, and my sister, yuck, yuck. I don't know how she works." I said, "What do you mean by my sister?" Then he said, "Well, the whole neighborhood knows the truth about your sister. Don't you know about your sister that she goes all dressed up? She must be doing something wrong. That's why she is not getting married even after being so old." That man went inside his house after saying this, but I was very angry. My blood was boiling after hearing these things from people. Even before this, my friends had said such things about my sister. It meant that my sister does something wrong. I did not go inside the house in anger, but went to the shop to buy cigarettes. Today, for the first time, I was feeling very angry. And then when I entered the house at night, my sister was getting ready to go to her duty. I told her that you will not go to duty today. Hearing this, my sister started saying, "What happened? You look very angry? And I waited for so long for your dinner. You did not come, and I called you so many times. You did not even receive my call." I said, "I am not hungry, and from now on, you will not go to duty. Just stay at home. Tell me where Anju auntie lives. Tomorrow, I will go there and talk to her about your relationship. If she wants to get her son married to you, then it is fine. Otherwise, I will find a relationship for you somewhere else." Hearing this, my sister got angry and said, "How many times have I told you that neither I can leave my job, nor do I want to get married right now? I will get married too. If you want to get married, then you arrange a meeting between me and that girl, and I will get you married. But don't follow me." I said, "I don't know anything. If you don't go to work from today, then you won't go. If you try to do this, then it will not be good. You don't know that because of you, I have to listen to so many wrong things from people. It means that people say the truth. You do something wrong. Even my friends have gone away from me because of you." My sister got shocked and said, "What? I never said anything to your friends. How can they go away from you because of me?" I said, "You do something wrong. Not only my friends, but even the people in the neighborhood say this." Then my sister started crying and said, No, Vicky, someone has told you wrong. I don't do anything wrong, believe me. The people in the neighborhood or your friends must be saying bad things about me because I live alone here. And if a young girl goes out to work at night and comes back in the morning, people think that she has done something wrong. But no one knows about our helplessness. This is the reason why people are talking like this about me, but trust me, I do not do anything wrong. I said, "Okay, I will believe you. But you will have to leave this job, only you know what work you do." She was adamant that she cannot leave the job so soon. I got angry at her and said, "Okay, then your job is dearer to you than your brother, so I am leaving this house. Then you stay here alone, like you used to live earlier." I do not have the ability to listen to people. I came out of the house in anger, and my sister kept stopping me. I was out of the house all night. I kept walking here and there. My sister called me a lot and said, "Please come home. I am waiting for you." I thought that I should not trouble my sister so much, so I went home in the morning. As soon as I went home, my sister's condition was getting very bad. She was crying and became very upset. She assured me that I do not do anything wrong, and I promise you that I will leave this job after a week. I agreed to her. Anju Auntie's number was not reachable, and I did not know where she lived. I did not know anything about Vishal either, and Sneha was calling me again and again and saying that please make your sister and my mother talk to each other. She said that my mother has come to me by last night's train. I have told everything about you to my mother. She wants to meet you and your sister. I said, "Okay, I will talk to my sister." Now there was no information about Vishal and Anju Auntie, and I did not want to let Sneha go from my hands because I loved her very much. My sister was anyway ready to adopt Sneha. My sister had said that I am ready to talk to the girl's mother. If you want to call her, then you can call her here. That day, both of us, brother and sister, had taken leave from office. Sneha was also going to come to our house with her mother. Both of them were going to come at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had arranged for their breakfast and water properly. My sister had also cleaned the house properly. Now we were waiting for Sneha and her mother to come. I had sent the location of my house to Sneha. After half an hour, they came to our house. As soon as I opened the door, I was stunned to see that the woman with Sneha was none other than Anju Auntie. She entered the house looking around. My sister and I were surprised to see Anju Auntie and Sneha. The same was the condition of Anju Auntie and Sneha. Both of them were also looking at us with surprise. Anju Auntie said to Sneha, "Do you want to get your relationship done in this house?" "Oh, so now I understand." Pointing towards my sister, she said, "So your plans did not work out at my place, so you got my daughter trapped by your brother." My sister was telling Anju Auntie and Sneha, "You guys please sit down once and let's talk properly." Then Anju Auntie said, "I don't even like to drink a glass of water from this house. I used to come here because of my friend. I was so scared that I fixed my son's relationship with you. But I don't want to repeat that mistake by marrying my son with you. I have ended the relationship from my side, and I don't want to make that mistake again. I will never give my daughter to this house." I got angry after listening to Anju Auntie and I said, "Then why did you fix your son's relationship with my sister? And with your support, my sister has been unmarried for who knows how long." Anju Auntie said, "Then why don't you get your sister married? I myself want that she should stop pursuing my son, but my son is also adamant that if he marries, then he will marry her only. But I have also decided that even if he remains unmarried all his life, I will not let her get married here. Vishal is my only son. How could I have known that after your parents' death, your circumstances will become so bad? I have only one son, and I want to fulfill all my desires in my son's marriage. I cannot make her the daughter-in-law of my house with empty hands. I wanted to get my son married to a beautiful girl from a high-class family, but she has wasted her beauty by working hard, and now you people have nothing left. Nisha's mother had collected a lot of jewelry for her marriage, but she spent all of it on your education. Even if that was there, I would have made her my daughter-in-law. But no, I cannot make her my daughter-in-law now, and neither do I want to give my daughter to this house. Hearing Anju Auntie's words, my sister started crying loudly, and Sneha was also crying. I said to Auntie, if this is the case, then we also don't want to get married to your family. You see how grandly I will get my sister married, and Sneha, your mother is a very greedy woman. Our relationship ends here. I also don't want to marry you because my sister has grown so old because of your mother. She loves your brother so much that she cannot even think of any other person, but your mother does not care about this. Sneha folded her hands and said, please, Vicky, don't punish me for all this. Anju Auntie said to Sneha, you come from here. I did not know that if you have come to this locality, then you will bring me to this house. I was thinking that maybe you have liked some other boy from this locality, but I did not know that you want to marry the boy of the same house, whose girl I do not want to make my daughter-in-law. She forcefully took Sneha from our house by holding her hand. That day, both of us siblings cried a lot, and we were missing our mother and father a lot. If our mother and father were alive today, then maybe we would not have to see this day. It was night while we were crying. None of us siblings had eaten food. Sneha was calling me again and again, and I got fed up of her calls and switched off my mobile. Similarly, it was 12 o'clock at night. I saw that my sister had started getting ready, and she was about to go to work. I said to her, you are going to work again. I have told you so many times that you will not go to work, and if you have to work, then you will have to do day duty. I am strictly against night duty. Then she said, okay, I know that my brother has become capable now that he can comfortably support me and himself. I promise you that I will leave this job. I will leave both day and night jobs, but let me go today. I will understand that today is the last day of my job. After that, I am ready to do whatever you say. After listening to her, I told her that, okay, today is your last day. You can go. I will not say anything to you. My sister had left the house to go to work, and today I wanted to see what kind of work my sister does, because I had asked her many times, but she always said that she does work but does not do any wrong work. But people used to say that my sister does wrong work. Today, I had gone behind my sister to know this truth. It was 12 midnight at this time. My sister had left the house, and I was following her. I did not let her suspect that I was following her. She had walked a long distance and then went inside a house, and I also went inside that house. It was a very big house. There was a maid here who was doing household chores. As soon as she saw my sister, she said, come, madam, the master is waiting for you. I stood hiding. Neither my sister nor the maid saw me. I saw that she had gone inside a room, and I was standing outside the same room. There was a sick man lying on the bed. I was not able to see him properly. My sister fed him with her hands and gave him medicine. After that, she told him that today I have come here to you for the last time, because Vicky misunderstands me. I have promised him that today I am going to my job for the last time, and today your mother and sister also came to our house. Vicky likes Sneha and no one else, and today your mother has gone after telling many things to both of us siblings. She has ended our relationship and even denied their relationship. Today, both of us siblings have cried a lot only because of your mother. But I was shocked to see that that person was none other than Vishal. Vishal had become very weak. What had happened to him? And why did my sister come here to him? Both of them are not even married yet. Sneha had told me that her brother has gone abroad for some time, and what was he doing here in such a condition? Hearing my sister, Vishal said that once I get well, I will talk to mother myself. I know that my mother is a greedy woman. Once I get well, I will tell my mother the whole truth myself. Don't worry, no one can separate us from each other. My sister was crying, and Vishal was explaining to her that if this is what your brother wants, then you should not come here, but you will have to work in my place. Otherwise, I will lose my job. You have taken care of my job. You are running your house with my money, and you send money to my house, and you work so hard that my treatment is also going on with all this. I will never forget your favor. Because of me, you even left your studies, worked hard day and night. People think that you do wrong things, but earlier you used to do night duty in the office, and now you come here to serve me. You have done a lot for me, but don't worry. As soon as I get well, I will set everything right, and then no one will dare to say anything to you. Hearing Vishal's words, my sister was crying bitterly, and here tears came in my eyes too. How wrong I used to think my sister was. Today the whole truth was revealed to me. I came back to my house taking reverse steps, and I was feeling ashamed of those people who were calling my sister wrong. It is true that people blame a young girl alone, but they do not think that if she is leaving the house at midnight, then she may have some big compulsion in it. Not every girl leaves the house in the dark of the night to do wrong things. Some are also compelled like my sister. When I came home, I could not sleep the whole night. I was waiting for my sister to come at 6 in the morning. She came home at her fixed time. As soon as my sister came home, I hugged her and said, "Please forgive me." Hearing me, she said, "What happened? You are not sleeping? I thought you must be sleeping." I said, "I followed you at night, and I have come to know the whole truth. Please forgive me. I have behaved badly with you many times. But if you had told me all this, then perhaps I would never have thought you wrong." She said, "How could I tell you all this?" Vishal had met with an accident, and he was very much injured. When you came here, I had thought of telling you this, but I didn't tell you thinking that you would misunderstand me. And then this is what happened. You started misunderstanding me by listening to others. That's why I was telling you that I am not wrong. I don't do anything wrong. Anju Auntie had forbidden Vishal that she will not get him married to me, because now we are not the people who eat and drink like before. Vishal was made the assistant manager of the company where he used to work. His salary was very high there. Sometime after the death of Mummy and Papa, Anju Auntie left this city and shifted to another city, but Vishal still kept working here. Every time he would ask Auntie that, "When will you get me and Nisha married?" But Anju Auntie used to say that now we don't want to keep any relationship with them. Vishal was adamant that he will not marry anyone except me. That's why he kept working here, staying away from his mother, and in this way, he kept meeting me too. I also used to work in Vishal's company on a small post. Vishal used to give me some money from his salary. This way, I used to pay your fees, and before this, I had already sold my jewelry. Many years passed like this. Anju Auntie was not even thinking of getting us married, and Vishal was living completely away from his mother and sister in anger. Vishal did not go to meet them. He used to send his salary to his mother. I had some money from my salary, and he gave me some money. It was becoming very difficult for me to get you educated with that money, so I started doing night shift in the company. Whatever work was to be done in the office, I used to do it by staying awake at night. Life was going on like this. Vishal was tired of convincing Anju Auntie, but she was not agreeing, so he decided that now he will marry me quietly, and in this way, no one will be able to separate him from me, and then our relationship will also be legitimate. We both will be able to meet each other openly in front of the world. I did not tell you about this because Vishal had forbidden me. He said that right now, he is setting up his business separately. Once he succeeds in this work, then he will happily tell this news to his mother, and you too. But this could not happen. Vishal was about to set up his business when 2 months before your arrival, Vishal had a car accident. It was such a dangerous accident that Vishal was badly injured in it. The doctor had said that special care has to be taken of Vishal. Vishal had said that my mother and sister will be very upset on hearing the news of my accident. So Vishal had told them that he has gone abroad for work at this time, and then, after being discharged from the hospital, he did not go to his home, but went to a friend's house where he had hired a maid to take care of him. The maid used to take care of Vishal the whole day, but at night I used to go to take care of him. Then the maid used to go to her home, and during the day he had told me that you should work on my post in my place. I will talk to the office. My salary is many times more than yours. You can take out your money from it and send it to my mother as well. He had said that if you do not do my job, then my job will be handed over to someone else. When I get well, I can go back to my post. I had decided to take the responsibility of working in Vishal's office in his place. I was also capable, so I easily got the job of assistant manager in place of Vishal, and in this way I was making a living and taking care of my husband as well. Till now, Anju Auntie does not know that we both are married, nor does Anju Auntie know that her son is very helpless. By the grace of God, Vishal will soon recover, and now he has decided that he will take me somewhere far away. I also want to get you married to Sneha, but Anju Auntie has clearly refused this relationship. After listening to her, I said, "Don't worry, now you don't need to worry. I will take care of Vishal and you go to the office and work in his place. I will go to Vishal at night." In this way, both of us, brother and sister together, cured Vishal completely, and then Vishal and my sister became happy in their life together. Vishal told the whole truth to his mother. She was very angry at this, but then one day she herself brought her daughter's marriage proposal for me, and she apologized to all of us for her actions. This was because Sneha had gone mad in my love. When she came to know that her mother did not allow her brother to marry my sister, and because of this, both of them had grown so old, she felt that her mother would separate her from me too. That is why Sneha tried to harm herself. Anju Auntie loved Sneha a lot, and hence she gave in to her daughter's stubbornness. There was a time when she did not agree to her son's insistence, but her daughter had created such a situation that she had to agree to her daughter's insistence, and then she had to bow down. When Anju Auntie came to know that my sister took so much care of her son, and by working hard, she sent her son's post-salary to him every month and also took care of her son, then she also developed love for my sister in her heart, and in this way, she accepted my sister as her daughter-in-law and got me married to Sneha. Vishal has set up his business separately. Even when Vishal used to work, he had a good salary, and when he used to send his salary to his home, then Anju Auntie was proud that my son earns more money, so she rejected my sister. But now everything is normal. Anju Auntie regrets her actions, and Vishal and my sister are also very happy, and I am very happy with my wife Sneha. In this way, both of us, brother and sister, are living a very happy life.